nomadic groups of the eastern. Alright, so the thing just went off. So this is part 2 of Cham not Han. I don't know what I'm gonna name it, but that was a good one. Alright, so we're continuing off at the Great Wall of China. I'm trying to show you the link between the Cham and his descendants so you can understand where the hijack happened and that these are the real people of Assyria, the Chamanites, the children of Cham. So it goes, several states and empires against the raids and invasions of various nomadic groups of the East Eurasian steppe. Several walls were being built as early as the 7th century BC. So, if you go down, it'll say that, the history. So, it's, I'll start from here. Who ruled northern China throughout most of the 10th to 13th century, constructive defensive walls in the 12th century, but those were located to the north of the Great Wall as we know it, within China's province in Inner Mongolia and Mongolia itself. The Great Wall concept was revived again under the Ming in the 14th century and following the Ming's army defeat by the Oireads in the Battle of Tumu. The Ming had failed to gain a clear upper hand over the Mongolian tribes. So I'm trying to tell you that the Scythians, the Scythians, they are none other than Ghenghis Khan and the Mongols, who are the Assyrians, the biblical Assyrians, who are the descendants of Cham. So, this is Ghenghis Khan, okay? They want you to believe that he passed away in 1227. This is what they tell you about it, okay? Ghenghis Khan. Ghenghis Khan. Oh, look at that, buddy. Look at that. Ghenghis Khan. Ghenghis, K-A-N. Khan. Often pronounced Ghenghis Khan. Zingis Khan. Ghenghis Khan. Alright, enough of that. 1162 to August 18, 1227, born Temujin, was the founder and great Khan, which is emperor of the Mongol Empire. So, which became the largest contiguous empire in the history after his death. He came to power by uniting many of the nomadic tribes of Northeast Asia. After founding the empire and being proclaimed Ghenghis Khan, he started the Mongol invasions and conquered most of Eurasia. So this is the guy. This is the guy that just broke it all open. Okay, so let's go back to the book. So here we go. Okay, so where we left off was now we must. Alright, now we must inquire from what Tartars are the Americans extracted. So it's saying, who are they extracted from? If the Americans come from Tartars, who are the Tartars that they came from? Basic, easy to understand. If they come from Tartars, who are the Tartars that gave life to the Americans. All right, that's what they're saying. So let's get to it. So here we go. Mornius Postellus, Genibradis, Poteras, and others are of opinion that the Tartars, which are about the year 1228, under the command of Ghenghis Khan. Okay, so what do we have here, ladies and gentlemen? We have a reference to Ghenghis Khan, but it is different. It's Ghenghis Cham. Now, people will say, well, that's not right. That's not right. But, well, why then, when we look at Ghenghis Khan, does it already tell you right here that they do say Zingis? See? Right? Look. Zingis. Zingis. I don't have to do that, but Zingis. See? Zingis. So we understand that the first name is definitely legit. And the second name sounds kind of like if this was an M, it would be Cham. So what am I going to believe? Am I going to believe the encyclopedia who was manipulated by the establishment today to try and hide the fact of what this book hundreds and hundreds of years ago is trying to tell us? That Ghenghis Khan is no other than Ghenghis Cham, who is a descendant of Cham of Africa, Assyria. Okay, let's do this again. So that the Tartars, which about the year 1228, under the command of Ghenghis Khan, overspread the earth like a deluge, were the successors of the 10 tribes of Israel, which were carried into captivity to Assyria by Shalmaneser. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your ancestors being carried away by the Assyrians, by Ghenghis Khan, who is Ghenghis Cham, who is Shalmaneser. The son of Tiglath-Pileser? The name Tartary, or rather Tartaria, seems to be some testimony thereof, because it signifies in the Syrian or Hebrew tongue remnants or remainders. The word Tartar just means the remnant of Israel, and seemingly because these Tartarians were remainders of the aforementioned tribes, nay, the northern Tartary herdsmen preserve to this day the names Dan, Zebulun, and Naphtali. Wherefore we need not to admire why so many Jews are found in Russia, Samaria, and Livland, nay, the nearer to Tartary, the more Jews there are. Do you understand? This is where they took us from the Russian area. They populated America with these people, the remnants of the tribes of Israel, our ancestors. I want to get to some. Over here it says 1228 was the captivity of Assyria, of Israel. Now, if you look here, captivity of Israel. So if you look right here, it'll say Israel in captivity, Assyria. So this is the Assyria. See, you'll be like confused. No, but it says Assyria, but it doesn't say. It doesn't say it's Assyria captivity of Israel. But look, it says right here: Assyrians take Israel into captivity. Oh, they used to have the name of the kings that took them. Here we go. Here we go. You can't hide it, punk. You cannot hide it. This is gonna be found out no matter what. Alright? So this is right here is a map. In the back down here it says Shalmaneser. I know it's hard to see, but you can look this shit up yourself. Shalmaneser. What time period does it say? 726 to 729 BC. BC. Boom. Blew up right in your face. Boom. Boom. So, if up here, where is that? Oh, if up here it says were carried into captivity to Assyria by Shalmaneser. So Shalmaneser is right there. It says 1228. So they manipulated the timeline. So many things have been manipulated, and we just fall right into, because if you want to hide something from a Negro, you put it in a book, and we don't read. Even me, I have problems, but I kick myself in the ass to go and read as much as I can, because they hid it from me. I do lecture, I watch lectures, I do anything I can to figure this thing out, because they messed us up, man, with this stuff. So, circumcision hath a long time been observed among them, before Muhammad brought in his new law. It seems that Muhammad ordered the circumcision and other laws according to Moses to be observed by the northern people, because that in his time they began to rebel, that so they might be better kept in awe by their religion. This is what they do to you. They consistently do this to you. They do this to you today. What had happened was, when the Assyrians had taken us out of Tartar, out of Russia, to take us to Assyria and wherever else, America, any other places that we had gone, to Africa, wherever it may be, as the research shows, we went into slavery. The remnants who stayed in the areas went into slavery under Muhammad, under Islam. But Islam wasn't called Islam, and when it was started, it was called Mohammedism. It was created by the Vatican so that they could go to war against the Israelites, which it shows right here. It shows. And what happened was that the Mohammedans got too powerful, and they contested the Vatican. They started to be their own great power, and they changed their name to Islam. So this is saying that he couldn't, that just like in Rome, like the insurrection of Crestus, we rebelled against them trying to push their beliefs on us, because we already had our laws and commandments from Moses, from Abraham, from Eber, from the Creator. We didn't need their things. We were happy. We were thriving. So what they did was they ordered circumcision and other laws of Moses to appease us. What happens today in your cities when something stupid goes down? When you tell them, why are you doing that? That doesn't make any sense. You're gonna ruin this area, or you're gonna make this hard, or you're gonna do something that's gonna be catastrophic to us, to the community, to the environment. They don't care. What they do, they give you something you wanted that's less, that they don't have to give up much for, to appease you and say, here, what if I give you this? Will you allow me to do this to your neighborhoods, to your lands? You have to understand that not from wherever the hell you're listening from. They came to your lands took your lands, and now are living beautiful lives while you struggle. And they make you sin, they make you act a fool, and you don't see it. You don't see how you acting, man. It's unbecoming of us, of our ancestors. We were Israelites. Even if you look at your tribes after Israel, you guys had a lot of good things about you. Look at your grandparents and your great grandparents. Tell me how solid they were. You know they were solid. Look at us today. We not that solid. Serious, man. We not that solid. So we gotta understand that they are doing this to us. If we do not recognize it, we cannot combat it. We must purify ourselves, make ourselves better, and make our families better, so we can make the world better. We cannot worry about everybody else if you're not trying on your own self, on your own family. This is the kind of stuff they do. They heard wild names called Leti, not without great admiration, go crying along the highways and fields with doleful voice. Jeru, Jeru, Moscow, Lu. It is believed that they mourn for Jerusalem and Damascus. But by their long continuance in the vast wilderness, they have forgot their religion and laws, and what else might enable to tell us who they were. Several learned authors questions this removal of the Israelites out of Assyria to Tartary, though to our judgment their arguments are too weak. So they're trying to say, oh no, they came from Africa and they went to Russia. And say, no, it's kind of weak. It's kind of weak. Maybe we're thinking they came from America and they was brought over by the Greeks and all these other people, by the Romans, or whoever it was. You know how much times we got conquered and migrated? We're not getting into that right now, though. That's for another video. Though to our judgment their arguments are too weak to take from them of the footings they have gotten there, yet nevertheless the Israelites are not to be taken for the planters of America. For why else is it not Judah's me as well found in America as in Tartary? So it's saying that they gotta be the planters of America. Why else are they in America and in Tartary? Was already shown that America was inhabited long before the dispersion of the Israelites. Oh, so they're saying, oh, it cannot be because America was inhabited. Because they don't understand there was many different migrations. It wasn't just this Assyrian migration, okay? Moses went over the land bridge and went into America and the Exodus. But that's the stuff you guys don't understand. That's why you have our ancient cities in Utah, Uda, where the ancient homeland of the Aztecs, Aztlan. This is our homes. We are them people. We are the Israelites found in America.